For this next installment of our Sabbath series, we'll be focusing on the festival of Imbolc. Imbolc is celebrated on February 1st or 2nd and is a time when we're really looking at the coming spring. It is very focused on a lot of herd animals having given birth. It is a time when seeds are blessed and tools are consecrated, and we're really looking forward to the lighter days ahead. Imbolc is a time of fertility and renewal, as well as purity and growth. Because of that, I really wanted to focus on a more natural look, so I've started out by priming my face and using a medium coverage foundation stick that has a natural finish. I'm also then going to add some concealer just under my eyes and to cover a couple of blemishes I have, but I am being very light-handed with this. I'm not trying to go for a full coverage matte look. For my brows, I'll just be using the Brow Wiz. I'm not pairing it with the Dip Brow like I usually do. I'm just going to be filling them in to make them look a bit thicker, but I'm not defining the edges. I'm not going for any kind of very sculpted look. Some important colors at Imbolc are white and pink, so those will be two colors that I'll be incorporating the most. I'll be taking my trusty NYX Jumbo pencil in milk and lining my waterline. To prime my eyelids, I'll be using the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. This is applied by using a brush and then going back in with your finger just to really blend it out and melt the product. For my particular skin tone, the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette is my absolute go-to for any natural eye look. I'll be starting with the lightest color, which is about the same color as my skin, and apply that as a base along the lid and the brow bone. I'll then be taking the color Limit, which is a pale pink, and applying that as my transition shade, so that's going along the crease and in the brow bone, and I'll also be applying it on the lower lash line. Next, taking a slightly darker shade, I'll be lightly applying this in the crease and blending it all together. Now really bringing in some of those very symbolic colors of Imbolc, I'll be taking a matte white and just applying it all over the lid and blending it into everything that I've already done. Like with all the Sabbaths, there are several crystals that are associated with Imbolc, but for this video, for the product shots, I decided to keep it simple and just use amethyst. For the next step, I'll be applying some mascara to my top and bottom lashes. Imbolc is particularly sacred to the Celtic hearth goddess Brigid. She is also the goddess of midwifery and healing and fertility, so you'll see a lot of symbolism dedicated specifically to her, including the Brigid's cross, which is what I have used to mark the particular shades in the product shots. I'll next be using a very pale pink blush, and this is an instance of me using a very important technique to have in your tool belt. I was a bit too heavy-handed the first time, as a lot of us are with blush, and so I took my brush that I used to blend my foundation. I didn't put any extra foundation on, I just used the excess to use it to smooth out the blush that was already there, and really a way to just tone down what I had done by mistake. The next thing I'm doing is using a light pink lip liner and liquid lipstick that are almost the exact same color as my natural lips to finish off the main beauty part of the look. The next step is I will be paying particular homage to the Bridget's Cross that I mentioned earlier. What I'll be doing is taking the thinnest brush I have and using a green water-activated body paint to do the best that I possibly can at drawing one on my cheek. I'm gonna be starting by just doing 4 thin lines and then adding some next to the lines that I've already drawn. After this, I'll go in with a black and use that as a way to try and separate the reeds to make it look really like a Bridget's Cross. Once the cross is complete, then so is this look.